Hey, I'm Jonas Morgan. I like long walks on the beach.
Oh Lord, he said long walks too.
I know. That's what I was, dude. I gotta have fun at the beginning, otherwise it's gonna be crappy. Like that's just how I work. I'm Jordan Johnson.
No.
Shoot, man. Don't sweat me, son. My name is Jonas Morgan. I'm 27 years old and I live in Port Byron, Illinois. I'm Quad City native for pretty much my whole entire life. Small family, two parents, one sister. I business major, and when I was younger, I used to ride dirt bikes, raced them for competitively for about 10 years. That was pretty much my whole entire life. I just lived to ride dirt bikes and just get better. My childhood is pretty much that. Just I dreamed of always becoming a professional motocross racer. Then at the age of 15, I was taking winter break and I was down in the southeast doing some training, riding my dirt bike. The last stop that I was at, it was a place in Alabama. It was a track that I've never been to, but it was supposed to be a good track. I thought I'd check it out. It just felt kind of different. Like I can't explain it. It just kind of had a weird feeling to me, but it was something that I always did. I raced dirt bikes. I was familiar with racing, and that's all I really knew. So I got on my bike, started riding, went through a couple motos. Everything went good, speed, everything. I kind of felt comfortable and just kind of kept riding through. Went out one last time. Went through a couple laps, and then eventually it was just a basic jump that I could do any other time. It should have been nothing abnormal to me. It was just simple. Something went wrong. I don't really particularly know, but I went over the handlebars and landed on my head, and I remember just laying there on the ground, kind of on my side, and I couldn't feel like anything really well, like below kind of my neck, and as I was laying on my side, I could see my legs like right beside me, kind of curled up, but they kind of like had like a weird feeling of like almost like I was like they were like hanging like up in the air, kind of like, I don't know, like around a rope or something. It just felt like really weird, but I could see him there, and then like to me it just kind of hit me like, yo, like you're hurt, and like you're probably paralyzed. So in that moment, it just like all these things kind of went through my head, and I became like really aware of my situation. The doctor pretty much told me that I fractured my neck at C5 C6. It didn't sever my spinal cord, but it damaged it, and that like likely I'd be paralyzed. And so they decided to take me to Iowa City, and they flew me up to Iowa City by jet, and I had a surgery there. Being out for 10 hours, I got pneumonia and everything, so there was a big struggle with that. When I was actually first injured, I was 165 pounds, and through all the complications of the sickness, and I dropped down to 120 in just a matter of, I don't know, like a week or two. So that it was just a rebuilding process, and the fact of the matter was that I knew that I was injured. I knew that the likelihood of me getting better was slim, but I didn't know what the future would hold. So I don't know, years went by, and I didn't really see improvements in my function, but there was always a part of me that was missing, and I didn't really know what that was for a few years. I recently, a couple years ago, began to start researching more in the Bible about God, and then I started going to church and really understanding who God is and who Jesus Christ is. Then eventually found that a part of this hole that I have was that I had a yearning for God and a relationship with Jesus Christ. And then I dedicated my life to Jesus Christ, which was probably the most important day of my life, the most proud moment that I've ever really had. There's a joy and a fulfillment in my life and in my soul that I can't explain, that is unexplainable until you make that commitment. No matter what happens, no matter what sin you have, whatever you carry, that there is no sin or situation that is too big for God. He will provide, that He is faithful, He is good, He is the epitome of love, and He's taken me to places that, you know, I never would have experienced the fulfillment of that type of love. We're all going to have to go through things that are bad situations, or, you know, death, disease, misfortune, whatever it is, but you don't have to stay there. So for right now, they're looking back, it just blows my mind where I was at, and personally I can honestly say without a doubt that the only way I could get through this whole process is with God and His grace and His love and His mercy. I'm excited for where I have been, where I am, and where I'm going to be, because I know He's got great things in store for me, and I believe that. So this is Jonas Morgan, and this is me for now.